Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
All right. G'day, folks, and welcome back to Cheap Barbecue Reviews. We weren't quite sure who was starting there. My name's John. I'm joined by...
Yeah, Jeff.
Spelt with a G.
With a G.
Jeff, what are we reviewing today?
Oh, it's a Kulula three-legged mini Weber. It's not a Weber. It's a portable kettle barbecue
grill.
with legs and wheels, apparently.
So it comes in
a whopping great box.
very large box.
It's probably the largest one we've done so far.
It is, in fact, by far the largest one we've done. I might actually be able to sell this one because what I'm finding is the little ones, people are like, oh, I want a barbecue. And then they're like, wait a minute, this thing's...
Like for $3 more, I could get it new.
Yeah. There's that, and it's for ants. I always say to them, yeah, but we've assembled it. And they're like, yeah, but it's got your food on it. All right, do you want to pull that
I can do that.
box out of there? So, look at that. It says
God.
barbecue.
It feels a little bit like Christmas, actually. It's got a Christmassy kind of feel to it.
If I was a 12-year-old getting a toy barbecue for Christmas, this would feel exactly like that.
As long as there's a slip and slide in there as well.
It's got a bit of the Fisher-Price to it.
It does, actually, now that you mention it. All right, I should probably...
Okay. It's got wheels, Jeff.
It does. That's what I said, man.
And I think that's chrome plated.
That's a good thing.
It's not the ideal thing. It's not that shiny though, but it feels cheap. Yeah, that's definitely plated.
Yeah, look at that.
And not particularly well plated either.
Is that something we're going to look forward to eating later
on? Well, we'll try and keep it's only on the edges, so we'll...
How are your chrome levels? You need a bit of extra chrome?
I mean, sometimes you get it prescribed. I mean, look at that for a cheap piece of metal. Yeah.
That looks, yeah, anyway.
I assume these are legs.
They're the great legs.
Okay, I'll get you to peruse the instructions.
Certainly.
Oh, look, our beloved, very cheap stamped metal.
I love those, man. I love those. I put the Band-Aids on.
Sure to cut us open. Oh, there's, okay. Now there's a power drill here, so it's not too many screws.
Just trying to work out which bits those are. Oh no, that is all bit 8.
These aren't too sharp, actually.
Oh, that's good to know. Yeah.
That one, I reckon that could do you damage, though.
Ninja style.
Handles. Little bits of plastic. More handles. Okay, and wheels. Just think of the places we could wheel it.
That's right.
So this is looks like it's an enameled charcoal grill.
That's the bit that you... Is that a grill or is that what you...
Well, it's as in it is grill shaped, and you put the coals on it.
Okay, gotcha.
But it's not a proper basket, so the coals can touch the kettle outside, which can damage it. So that's something to think about.
Okay.
We have a desperately flat ash catcher, but I guess it will do the job.
Ash doesn't take up much room, though.
Depends how long you're running it for, but I mean, in theory, it's big enough. You could tackle pulled pork or maybe even a middling brisket. But okay, so we have
a lid.
Got some scratches in there, but I mean, it'll keep the heat in and let the air flow. So I guess it'll do the job. And
the base.
The base. Now, this design is essentially where Weber kettles were literally 70 years ago. I mean, it's going on a century old. And the problem with this is that your ash holes and your ventilation are the same hole. And what that means is that you really want the air intakes offset so the ash isn't falling on them.
Gotcha.
But this is what we have for our $90 Australian barbecue.
Yep,
so
nice.
All right, that can go over there.
Australian barbecue?
Well, I bought it for $90 Australian dollars.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay, Jeff, what's the next step?
Well, we can do it numerically.
Yeah. Well, what's step one?
Piece 1. Yeah, I was struggling. There it is. It's the lid. Piece 2 is the grill.
Okay.
I think we're just gonna have to wing it.
Yep. Okay. So we'll put the lid together first, I guess. Then. that was frustrating and awful, and
That was an experience.
quite dangerous in parts. We've lost even more paint off the enamel, but we do appear to have a functioning barbecue. And
It's very dinky.
it's dinky. It's the biggest
Dinky.
we've had though, so there's that. Yeah, we've got 2 washers and a bolt left
And
over.
a screw left over.
Um,
Not too much there.
and we've got some incredibly jagged pieces of metal involved.
This one's brutal, man. It's practically hypodermic.
Yeah, it's ready to stab someone.
Jesus.
So the quality control was not the best, I would say, but it has actually assembled, and I think it will cook. So
Let's light it up and have a look.
there is that. Okay, so we've got a basket full of coals, and we've got some firelighters, and now we need to try and arrange the classic pyramid.
This is the bit that always goes for the shorts.
Master the art of.
Master the arts.
Now here's the design flaw that I was talking about.
Okay.
All the little bits of. I don't even know how to begin to deal with this.
So all the little bits clog the basket.
The
so
air
there's no
vents.
ventilation.
Yep.
All right.
I hate that. I can't begin to express how much I hate that. I'm going to get some filthy hands trying to deal with this. I'm going to get a... Actually, if you'd pass the Amazon box.
You're going to tip stuff into it? Or?
Yeah. Well, that's a filthy mess. Thanks.
Lovely.
No fault on you there, Jeff. There was.
No, I hear you.
So basically, the charcoal grill is so wide that bits of briquette slide through and then block up the air vent.
That is annoying.
Which is, in the world of suboptimal design, that's really something.
That is.
I reckon the firelight is going to fall through that grate as well. But yeah, a big hello to the TikTokers who always seem to get this bit.
They love this bit.
Yeah, how do you actually arrange it? And it's like, no, you don't. You just keep piling them up and they keep falling down. And then one day, as the world turns, something vaguely pyramid-shaped stands up. Which I think is how they actually designed the pyramids in the first place too.
They just thought, you know what? Let's just keep going up.
You put one rock on top of another.
And off it goes, man.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen the broken pyramid or the bent pyramid.
I have seen a bent pyramid.
Yeah, so there's there's definitely cases where they learned the hard way that certain designs weren't gonna fly.
No.
I think that's as good as it's going to get. Oh, hang on, there's another briquette to slide in there.
Do you want some of these little tiny dusty ones?
No, because they're going to fall back through. So
Gotcha.
I don't want that there because I need somewhere to stick the boomstick. All right, folks. So we're back. It's successfully lit, which isn't the hardest thing in the world. Now what we're going to do is pile the coals on one side, and then when we get the grate on, we're going to put the food on the other side so they're not directly over the coals. And we're going to chuck a bit of plum wood that I've harvested from the park to get some smoke. And yeah, there's the... Thank you, Jeff. My beautiful assistant has produced the plum.
Look, I've tried hard. Man. I tried hard.
Now we can see down in here that the ash is isn't causing a problem yet on those ventilation holes, but the potential is always there.
Gotcha. Great glow.
Oh yeah, we're doing this later in the afternoon than we normally do, and on a school night, so that's I kind of like it actually in terms of the light.
It's a good vibe. It's
Yep.
a good vibe. Hard
Now,
day, yeah.
all right, that needs to go on. We'll see how long it lasts. Yeah, that's not where I want it.
Oops.
There we go. That's more where we want it.
Beautiful. Yeah,
So
great.
we put the grate on, and then no, the lid doesn't go on yet, Jeff.
Oh, jeez, man. Just
it's time to season the grate.
Oh, right.
And now we're trying an olive oil spray instead of a canola spray. So let's try it to. There we go.
Oh, look at that. Pretty sure you did promise me I was doing the fireball this time. Yeah.
All right, you can fireball if you want.
Sure. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. I like it.
All right, there we go.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So yeah, we've gone for an olive oil spray bottle instead of just using the canola, which I think will give better outcomes. Although we have now sprayed our wood in oil, so it's kind of catching fire there, but yeah, it'll be fine. So
cooked plum.
Mm-hmm.
Steak first.
Yeah.
Insert the probe.
I've inserted the probe. So that can just sit over there.
Okay. And just for viewers who might be tuning in for the first time, we use a standard array of meats. Mm-hmm. So there's a steak.
Yeah, normally we do
and
rump, but this time I've done porterhouse because I just needed a little bit more thickness for this cooking technique.
Okay.
So
all the cups that are used are available at the local
Woolworths.
Yeah.
If you can get past the crazy people screaming.
Yeah, that's Dixon for you.
Yeah. Don't worry, Jeff. There's a government task force. It's all going to be fixed.
Did I hear you say working group?
Working group, sorry. Multidisciplinary working group. It's all our problems are solved.
Oh.
Okay, so we've got indirect cooking. This is the advantage of the sheer scale of this beast. And Jeff, you've got the lid.
I've got the lid. Mm-hmm. Now you want the lid.
And the big thing is to make sure you put the vent fully open on the opposite side to the coals so that it can draw past the coals and out the vent.
Lovely.
So that's all doing its thing, and then we will check in and let you see when the steak's nearly ready.
That's fantastic.
Okay, so we're at a very rare steak on the inside now, and this is the point at which we turn it over and start giving it some direct heat. Yeah. All right, so we're giving it some direct welly, and although the fat looks like it's rendered, so it's coming along.
Get that rendered fat shot.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, the rendered fat shot.
So I'm just waiting till it hits 130 internal, and then I'll flip it with a view to hitting 135. And we might, Jeff, actually get a medium resto.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. If this is your first time on the show, it's we've had some absolutely delicious steaks, but they're always been more medium to well done.
I wouldn't. I'm looking forward to a medium rare.
Let's just take a peek. It's coming along, but it's not be hurt by doing longer. Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go.
Oh look, it's the arm.
So I'm going to turn.
And if you're a regular watcher, this is normal.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
You've just got the tastiest arm in the world, Jeff.
Apparently, I've got tasty arms. Yeah. They're reasonable arms. But,
you need to let the ladies know. Put that in your Tinder bio. Now these.
Gave that shit up yonks.
Yeah, these kebabs seem to have multiple skewers in them for reasons that I'm not entirely sure about. But okay.
Oh Jesus, dog! Get the fuck out of there! You're getting burned, man.
We've got ourselves a medium rare steak. Off it comes.
Look at that. Sizzling and all.
Sizzling and all. Can you hold that?
I can.
Yep. Okay, and let's chuck the lid back on for a minute while we eat the steak. And with a barbecue this high, we don't have a table, so we're going to have to eat on our knees. Oh, well, that was really dumb.
Dog, out of the way now. Seriously.
All right. Do you want to do the honours? You might
2
need a
forks.
knife as well. Yeah. So the probe will be somewhere in the middle there, but...
All right, let's go to camera. Medium rare.
Hey!
Let's go.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Okay.
I didn't quite. That's not really half, though, is it?
That's fine. Oh.
Yeah, look, I didn't want to hit the probe.
Cut yourself some more then, go on.
Sure, just cut myself.
Come on, get out.
I didn't want to hit the probe, which I'm sort of doing there.
Yeah. Look, the probe's tougher than the knife, I reckon, so...
All right, yeah.
All right.
You take...
Okay, do you want to just cut the last bit there?
Yep.
There we go.
Done.
All right.
Did you want some of this delicious rendered fat?
No, I reckon I've got enough there.
Okay.
Now I'm just going to get the probe out of here. No, I'm not. I'm going to cut it out. All right. How does your steak taste, Jeff?
That is delicious.
Okay.
That is delicious. I know. You'd like some too.
Oh, God.
This is the best steak so far.
Yep. So it's a porterhouse. You just need something with a little bit of thickness. So the rump steak we normally do is just a bit skinny for this style of cooking. But
Look at this. Delicious on the plate and delicious for the dog. Awesome. Over there.
So if you want to play along at home, it's called reverse searing because we had it on the indirect heat until it was getting close to temperature, and then we put it over directly on the coals to give it that last bit of sizzle.
This is good, man.
It did have salt and pepper put on it at midday.
Yeah, you can definitely taste the pepper.
Oh, definitely taste the salt too. But it, some people like garlic, and there's bigger beef rubs than this, but I just think salt and pepper is.
Keep it simple.
Everything the steak needs to bring out the flavours. Oh wow,
That is delicious, man. That is delicious.
So look, whatever our other reservations are about this barbecue,
It's cooked a great steak.
it's cooked a world-class steak. Now, we were a bit worried about the handles, but they don't appear to have melted off, so...
This is great news.
I mean, that's getting warm, but not
Not
unacceptably so.
not insurmountably so.
I tell you what, those sausages are looking all right too.
Yeah.
Now, I think I'm going to put the kebabs over on the heat.
The heat.
And compared to the barbecues we've been using, I mean, it is an absolute delight having a cooking surface this size.
I agree. I agree. Like it is.
We've got room to...
room to actually place things.
Yeah. So we're just going to...
You can put the lid back on this.
No, I'm going to... No. If you've got the food directly on the coals, I wouldn't put the lid on.
Because you need to be able to see what's going on.
You need to be able to see what's going on, and see, this is starting to really spit away, which is good. And look, if you're just direct cooking, you could just have a layer of coals across the bottom, and that would give you a very big direct cooking surface. It'd be
ideal for a picnic or something.
Yeah, picnic or burgers for a family meal, or lots of use cases for doing it that way. These are possibly the worst made kebabs Woolies has ever done. We've got 2 of them with 2 sticks.
Seriously. I'll bet.
Oh well. Leave
Nesty
them alone.
Danty.
No, get out of there. Go on.
Nesty Danty. Black ash, volcanic ash soap. Apparently is what's the go here. And then what's the go here?
I'm glad you're giving them the recipe. I'm just going to let this dog inside and then we'll... Oh, well, come here.
Sausage looking pretty happy.
I think they're done.
Let me get some sizzling. Oh, I was going to get that sizzling saw that you had.
It's quite a pleasing tune it's playing there. I'm just going to arrange the kebabs so they're crosswise over the grill. Look, this grill is terrible, but the spacing's too wide and the material is bad. But we cannot take away from the fact that the food's so far
It's been pretty delicious. That steak, the best steak we've had so far.
All right, one thing we've learned with these woolly sausages is that when the flare-ups start happening, it's
Pretty much, it's done.
probably done. Now, these chicken kebabs, like I said, they're weirdly mismade at Woolies. So they've got they're very thick and they've got double skewers in them. And what I'm going to do is take the sausages off and put the chicken kebabs back on the indirect side and put the lid back on.
That sounds sensible.
Because I just want them to cook a bit longer because no one likes raw chicken.
Apparently it's a big deal in Japan.
Raw chicken?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Now, do you want to cut yourself half a
Fabulous.
sausage there?
I can do that.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
it's okay. It'll be fine. Thank you.
Look at that. I'll just take this one.
Grab that one. Cool.
Transferred.
Yeah.
All right, let's give it a go. See if we can taste that plum.
Well, I mean, it's plum wood. You're not expecting the favourite plums.
Wow.
Well, they're cooked, so that's a good start.
Definitely cooked. Delicious.
I think if we'd actually used hickory chips, we'd have a stronger smoke flavour, but still tastes good.
Yeah, definitely. Very passable. No sign of burning whatsoever.
But the skin's crisped up really nicely. So the beers tonight, we've had Bent Spoke Brewing's Barley Griffin. We haven't touched Kettle's Castels yet. That's a treasure awaiting us.
That's right.
And the Okinawa Dry Monsuta.
It's tasty.
Tasty and comes in a giant can, which I like my beer in big. I like my cans massive, mate.
Like your can's massive, too. I like them chilled.
You like them what?
Chilled.
Oh, yeah.
For those of you watching at home, it's just gone 6:30 in the evening, Canberra summer evening. We're about to lose our daylight saving in, what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? And then there's our descent into winter. This is a very pleasant time of year.
In a few months,
Sort
you'll be watching us doing this with beanies and gloves. And for the international audience, Canberra is the one part of Australia that actually gets cold in winter.
It does get cold.
But we still have houses designed for the tropics. Let's just see what's happening under here. It's coming on, but... So I hate the construction of this barbecue.
It wasn't. It wasn't exactly intuitive.
I hate numerous things about its design. But it does actually work really well for a $90 barbecue.
It really does. It really does. It's very dinky. like it's almost a, you said Fisher Price. Like it's almost like a child toy version of a barbecue.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest problem is it's so shoddy in its manufacturing, you wouldn't want to take it traveling.
I wouldn't take this traveling.
Yeah, because it'd just break apart. Just being in a car bouncing down a road.
Yeah, and given this weird hypodermic thing that was on the side, you don't want to do yourself an injury and be miles away from medical care.
Yeah. So what's this barbecue for? I think a little courtyard like this might actually be its natural home.
I think so. I think so. Like it doesn't have a large footprint. Like it's the Kettle's the largest radius, exceeds the wheels.
I don't even know why they bothered with the wheels. You're not going to. Also,
you can just pick it up, man.
Because the handles are at the wrong angle for the wheels as well. Because with a Weber, you've got a handle and then you lift that up and pull it along on the wheels.
Although the wheels are on a tripod, so there may be a configuration where the handles, like if we rotate it at 180 degrees, the handles will be probably on the side.
Actually, you're right. If you probably could get one where but even then it's so low. You're not going to reach down, and there's no situation that you'd be better dragging it on those terrible wheels with no bearings.
No, I mean, but you could conceivably pick this up and just move it like that.
You'd just pick it up though, wouldn't you?
You'd just pick it up.
Yeah. In any situation where the wheels might conceivably be useful, you'd be better off just picking the thing up.
Yeah, I agree.
Partly because it's so light anyway. All right, I reckon these are close, but let's give them some more direct heat. So one other thing I would say with two-zone cooking,
I think that's
no, it's gone. With two-zone cooking like we're doing, it does mean you can pause things as well. So, we wanted to eat the sausages, so we just put the kebabs over on the side. They were still warming up, but they're not burning. So that's useful, helpful. It does mean now we could have put some foil down on that side to stop it making a mess, because the bottom of this barbecue is getting messy.
Could you use a foil tray on there to like cook some onions or something maybe?
You could, yeah, and then you have the drippings going down into it. But then you've got the issues you're having to handle the.
You put the foil tray on top maybe. I mean, it reduces your zonal cooking, I suppose.
Yeah, because you want the airflow coming through, particularly if you've got smoke on there. I'm just gonna wait till I hear sizzling noises here. Come on. Because
this was the caramelist side that you put down though.
Sorry?
So maybe if we flip them, because the underside of this was already heat seared.
Oh yeah. We'll get more sizzle out of these before they're ready.
Just getting critical.
Yeah.
You know?
It's sizzling away. Although we're starting to lose some chicken through this ridiculously designed grate.
Yeah.
Where they've literally skimped out on
Steel.
cheaped out on skinny chrome steel rods, which, I mean, they've probably saved 50 cents by making this design bad.
If you make $1 million, 50 cents adds up, man.
It does, but they could have charged an extra $1 on the price of this barbecue with the better grill.
I agree. Yeah. And you pay for it.
But it then comes down to, it's an existential question for us as a show about cheap barbecue reviews. Why would you buy this for 90 when you could get a really good little kettle for 300 if you're going to have it for 5 years?
Nah, it's a good point. But then you might be in a rental. You might be somewhere where you don't know whether you're going to have space for a barbecue. So you're probably not going to make that 5-year investment. You just think, I just want a barbecue now.
And I've bought appallingly bad barbecues when I was in my 20s and, finally had a little courtyard and I was like, okay, well, can you get a barbecue? And I bought, literally the cheapest barbecue in London. And it was bad. And you know what? I've seen it on Amazon.
No way.
It's out there. And I know how bad it is. But the fact that the same design,
Maybe you could revisit.
they're still churning out the same design.
Maybe when it comes to winter,
we are,
and we're sort of hunkered down and it's sort of misty rain,
it's
Canberra
grey
winter.
Yeah.
You think we'll revisit it and see if it was as bad as you thought it was?
Yep. But it's.
I take your word for it.
Still out there. I mean,
Bad,
that was 30 years ago. And the design is still being churned out by whatever factory in China makes this thing and sells it as one of the cheapest barbecues in the world.
If it's disposable, it's just this moving cohort of purchases. You know, like it's not something that people are buying to give to grift. You know, or to give to their to their children or anything.
No,
they're not going to put it as part of their estate.
You just want to cook some sausages for some friends when you're having a party.
For sure.
And, you know.
For sure.
And this is one of the things where coal barbecues really have their merit, because gas is an infrastructure investment. You know, you've got to have a bottle and you've got to fill it up, whereas you can...
Or have it plumbed to your house. You know?
I don't think that's too much of a question in the cheap barbecue space, Jack.
Oh, no, yeah, that's right, yeah. You mentioned gas, mate. You know, this dog's going to get singed. Oh, look, it's my...
This is nearly there.
Yeah, that really is.
Come on, out of there.
Of it.
But I'm gonna really play with fire now and put the lid on while the stuff's on the coals.
Pretty sure you told me that's not what we do.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's playing with fire. Look at the smoke billowing now. It's just for a few seconds, but it smells
just
good.
To enhance the flavour, yeah.
Yeah. Just okay.
Oh, look at that.
Right.
And that's my plate. Right
and you know, the sense of theatre, Jeff. Theatre.
The theatre. That's what we're after here. Come on. Look, you guys. Fucking hell.
All right.
You guys are a menace. Look at that. Monster.
The monster one.
So the kebab machine went a bit awry.
Yeah, something was going wrong. I reckon this one actually needs a little longer, so we'll just pop that there.
Sure.
Let's see what the taste is like. Oh, they're falling off the sticks.
That's good too.
So this is the Woolworths
Rack off, dog.
chili and lime kebabs, which we've settled on as the best of the Woolworths kebabs.
Pretty good.
And I've just spilled greasy chicken on my work clothes. So
These are good too. These are some of the best kebabs. I think that's got to do with the size. Like the actual room.
So the annoying thing we have to contend with here is, in terms of design, this is the worst barbecue we've tackled. Even the one that cut you had more merit. Oh, no, actually, no, that was absolutely terrible. Sorry, that was the vertical skewer one. Yeah.
That was a classic. Like that.
That was bad, and the food was bad. Mostly bad. There was a couple of okay things, but mostly bad.
It was early days, so I didn't really know what to expect.
Whereas this is a terrible barbecue, but it is churning out really great food.
It's a conundrum. Oh yeah. I reckon
Okay. I'm going to hand that over to you.
Oh, awesome.
To divvy up.
To what, sorry?
I wouldn't mind some of it if that's okay. But if you want to eat all of it, that's okay. I've got some more in the fridge.
No worries. Look at that. That's split into two perfect kebabs.
So, I think we're at final thoughts, Jeff. What do you got?
Final thoughts. Look, the instructions are probably best described as succinct.
Laughable?
Laughable. The parts aren't named. We had
Two leftover washers and a leftover bolt.
Left over. Not quite sure where they go.
We had to retrace our steps numerous times as we realised that things weren't in the right spot.
Yeah, so there was no sort of matching. The construction's dodgy as. Like, dodgy. Like that
Also, the
brick
components
tray.
the components do not actually match the parts. Sorry, the components listed in the instructions don't match what we actually have.
That's true.
Yeah, the
That's
handle
true.
is wrong.
Why revise it if it works?
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it's dodgy. The grill spacing's off. It's conducive to clogging the air vent for combustion at the bottom.
If you're trying to do pulled pork on this, and the grill's big enough, you could
do one.
You could put a pork shoulder on it, but the problem is if the coals are expected to burn for 8 hours, the chances of that air vent that's right in the middle down the bottom, which is, like I said, it's like a 1950s Weber design.
Yeah.
They moved away for a reason.
Yeah, I think, but it has cooked the best steak that we've had of all the barbecues, and consistent as well. The sausages, crispy skin, well cooked, not charred, evenly cooked, no problem at all. So it's got benefits in terms of the actual cooking surface, the cooking space. There's no fixing for the weight holding the briquette. You can see how that's lent in there. It's just sort of held there by gravity, really.
Yeah, the charcoal grate is just barely adequate, and it's so annoying because just a couple of lugs spot welded into it would have given it somewhere to sit.
Fix that. Or maybe we could put that. You could drill and put this extra bolt in, maybe, and hold it in place.
Yeah. I'm not investing that much effort into this barbecue, but if you just need a cheap barbecue that will do a good job across a range of cooking styles, it might actually be worth your while.
Sure. I mean,
but if you're going to be using it every weekend for 5 years, this is not going to last.
No.
But if you're only firing up the barbecue once or twice a year, it might be all you need.
But even once every couple of weeks, it might do you a summer.
This will do a summer, but it's the once it's been sitting outside over winter.
Oh, I don't think it's going to age well.
No.
I don't think it's going to age well.
Yeah.
But it's been perfectly adequate.
And it has produced great food.
And has produced great food. So I don't.
So the best steak we've had, and I would say the best kebabs we've had.
These are good kebabs.
Yeah.
These are good kebabs.
So that's our review of the, what is it, Kulula?
Kulula?
Yeah. The Kettle Trolley
barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see what the...
Made in China, mate.
I can't even see where it says.
Yeah, there's no brand on the packaging.
No.
I don't think the company that sold it, Kulula, had any involvement in its manufacture. That's a drop ship.
We're just importing it, though.
Anyway, folks.
It's tasty.
Hope you've enjoyed watching us cook food again, and we will be back in a few weeks with another barbecue.
Fantastic. Click, click.
Click, click.
See you soon.